Okay.
That's that. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone, again, uh, and welcome to our online session. We are so glad to have you all here today. My name is Ajayi Oknei Malkovich, and I'm a computer engineering graduate, passionate about cloud computing with AWS, and one of the leaders of the AWS community here in Congo Brazzaville. I will be your host for this event, and so I'm also joined today by some amazing members of our AWS community. It is a pleasure to see you all here. Before we move to our guest speaker, I would like to invite Mariam, one of the leaders of our AWS community here in Congo Brazzaville, to briefly introduce our community. Thank you very much. Maria, you can take care. Mariam?
You are mute, Mariam.
Yeah, Maya, you can take care. You can present the community.
Or probably she has a problem with audio.
Hi everyone, it's a pleasure for me to be here with you. I'm AWS user in Brazil, one passionate about cloud computing and AWS technologies. Our objectives are to share knowledge, organize meetups, workshop demonstrations, and discussion about AWS services to promote skills development, support members in their learning and preparation of AWS certification. Our mission is to encourage everyone to participate, especially women in the cloud, to give Congo more visibility in the international cloud ecosystem. I would like to remind you that the community is still very passionate. So I know it's not easy, but I think we will succeed in this
Are you finished, Maya?
way.
Are you finished? Maya? You seem to have a problem with your internet. Okay. Thank you very much.
That's
Maya? Yeah,
good.
problem of connectivity. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mariam. Thank you very much for that great introduction of our community. Now it seems it's time to introduce Mariam.
Our yeah, Yeah, my
Continue.
Yeah.
Hold.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Are
you
you
can
finished?
take the floor and continue. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Baya, for that great introduction of our community. Now it is time to introduce our guest speaker for today. So today we are truly honored to have a very special guest with us, someone who is not only passionate about technology, but also actively contributing to the tech community. Farah Para Adiraman, yes, sorry, is a passionate computer science so graduate with expertise in backend development, AI, and cloud computing. His experience includes work at IBM Research, where he improved SQL query validation and deployed APS using ARM and Kubernetes. He also contributed to the SQL Glut project for IBM B2. Yeah, it's B2. Provisionally, he developed a healthcare app and designed scalable APS in Python and Django at Modcom Institute of Technology. Yeah. Farah is an active member of the tech community, serving as a Microsoft Learn student ambassador and post-time student leader. He co-organized the successful Hack for Teammates hackathon with engaged over 2,000 participants. 200 participants. His skills included Python, First API, Docker, Kubernetes, AWS, and machine learning. Any question can be posted in the chat, and at the end, our guests can answer them. Please join me in welcoming our speaker, Farah Adiraman. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you guys for that amazing introduction. I really, really appreciate it. That was very wonderful. Thank you for inviting me to your community. Today, I'm glad to be here. Thank you, everyone. So my name is Farah, and I am an active contributor to the community. And today, I'll be talking about just a simple introduction to agents. And for me personally, I don't roll with slides. I just use different resources that you are going to use after the conversation we're
Please,
going to have.
Farah, can you open your camera, please?
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. Be
Okay,
able
thank you
to-
very much.
Okay. So, as I was saying, I'm glad to be here. So today, I'm just going to just give a brief introduction of uh, AI agents on AWS, and we're not gonna dive that deep since I like to everyone to have be on the same page. And then at the end, I'm going to share more resources for people who want to continue and learn more about AI agents. So let's get started. Like I said, I'm not someone who likes using the slide, and I usually try different resources, which is going to benefit you later. So let's jump in and start. So what is an AI agent? Let me share my screen. I hope you can be able to see. Okay, what is an AI agent? Now, the evolution of AI all around, and especially in AWS, has been very significant since 2022, 2023. They first introduced Amazon Bedrock, and slowly they have been making improvement, and it was like more of chat-based use cases that came from there. And then they moved to the principle of retrieval augmented generation, whereby you can be able to access the different knowledge base and external sources to actually give information. But now we're into the era of AI agents, whereby now, aside from actually answering questions or giving information about something, we can be able to actually think. The AI can be able to actually think, plan, and act accordingly to what it's supposed to do. So an AI agent is essentially just a technology system that can decide, act, and learn without constant human interaction. It is semi or fully autonomous. The system is composed of both AI models and traditional software components. Typically, AI agents are used to complete specific tasks or workflows, right? So let's say, for example, a customer agent that when a user asks something, normally before agents, a user can ask something and you'll get an answer. But for example, let's say I want to book or I want to reserve a hotel. They will be given information or links to be able to reserve a hotel. But with agent, it can be able to understand the context of the user prompt and actually execute. If it's booking a hotel, which hotel, let's say the Marriott or Sarova, or whatever hotel, it goes and actually books for you with the information you have given to it. So that's what mainly an agent is all about. Now, the agent uses selected foundation models as its core reasoning engine. So the foundation models, they interpret user requests, break down tasks into logical steps, and they generate responses and follow-up action. So they are like the basis of agents, because that's where all the thinking. So it will be able to understand the user prompt. Okay, this person is talking specifically about booking a hotel. And then it will break the task down into logical steps. Okay, what do you do when you book a hotel? You go to the page, you select a hotel, how many bedrooms, how many people are coming in, the steps that is taken to book a hotel, and then it will generate responses and follow-up actions. This is the component that most people associate with GenAI system, even though it is actually only one component of such a system. The next part is the prompts. So the developer usually gives instruction. And what is a prompt? This is the instruction that acts to the foundation models. So it describes what an agent is designed to do and how it should interact. So in the prompt inside the code, you will tell the agent, you are an assistant that books a hotel for different hotels that you have in your databases. And you can follow these steps, be reasonable, be personal. Like you are guiding the model, the foundation model, on how to actually work, right? They may include rules for citation, formatting, and even personality traits. Do you be sarcastic? Do you be polite? Do you be professional? And then system prompts are often not visible to the end user, but can be modified when creating a client agent. The system prompts is for developers, whereby there are different types of prompts. There's a user prompt, which is a user input, and the system prompt, which is inside the code, whereby the developer, it gives a simple instruction how the agent is supposed to work. And then action groups and tools. This is another fundamental part of AI agents. So it's a component that defines specific tasks an agent can perform to actually assist users. It serves as a bridge between the agents and natural language understanding capabilities and the execution of a concrete action or API, right? So typically defined using an open API schema and an action executor, usually implemented as an AWS Lambda function. So tools are something independent that can be able to, let's say you have a tool that accesses your database, or you have a tool that actually accesses your Google Calendar, or a tool that can be able to do something. So a foundation model can be able to access this tool to do a specific task. And then the knowledge bases, which is something key. And the knowledge bases came before the boom and the access of agents, because the knowledge bases are the things that fundamentally pushed retrieval augmented generation and are now essential in agents. So they provide additional context and information to supplement the agent's response. They allow agents to access and query relevant data sources, let's say your databases, your knowledge base, your policies. They perform the retrieval augmented generation to enhance accuracy, and the augment response with domain-specific knowledge. Let's say for an insurance company, like an insurance company is going to give access, the foundation model access to its knowledge base, whereby it has all the policies of the company, it has all the claims and everything, right? And then memories. Agents have both short-term and long-term memory capabilities. The short-term memory retains detailed information relevant to the current conversation. The long-term memory stores important facts and summaries from previous interactions. And the prompting templates. These are customizable prompt templates that actually allow developers to fine-tune the agent's behavior at different stages of its operation. The pre-processing, orchestration, the knowledge-based response generation, and the post-process. Like you give a template, like for example, someone tells you, like, this is a template on how you're going to speak, right? So this is a pathway on how you're going to follow when you're doing something. So same as the prompt. So by combining this component, Amazon Bedrock agents can orchestrate complex workflow. And now we get into the Amazon Bedrock agents. Now, Amazon Bedrock, like we said, is a one-stop tool for GenAI related things on AWS, right? Now, on Amazon Bedrock, there's what we call Amazon Bedrock agents that can orchestrate complex workflows, interact with enterprise system, and provide intelligent, context-aware responses to user queries. And at the end, I'm going to show you a demo of how an agent actually looks like that runs on AWS. Now, advanced applications for agents. Let me see if this is something. No, this is a bit more advanced, but I'll still, this is the first link I would love you guys to go read about. Let me put it in the chat. And then, sorry for that. We jump into agentic AI frameworks. Let me see if there's something I have missed. Okay. We jump into now agentic AI frameworks. Now, with agentic AI frameworks, so on AWS, organizations can actually leverage agentic AI to actually automate complex workflows, enhance decision-making process, and create a more responsive system. Like the example I gave you about the booking hotel, or another example is for an airline or insurance, right? So understanding key selection criteria to choose the right framework for your requirements. So learn how these frameworks actually reduce the undifferentiated heavy lifting across patterns, protocols, and tools. So let's jump in. Something really cool. It's called the Strands Agent on AWS. So Strands Agent is an open source SDK that actually was initially released by AWS. It is designed for building autonomous AI agents with a model-first approach. So it provides a flexible, extensible framework designed to work seamlessly with AWS services while remaining open to integration with third-party components. Because remember, not everybody on AWS actually use all the services on AWS. There's many organizations actually use some services on AWS, some on Azure, some on Google Cloud, different other tools on the side, you know. And then key features of the Strand agent, the first thing we said, model first design, which is built around the concept that the foundation model is the core of agent intelligence, enabling the autonomous reasoning, right? And then MCP integration. Now, what is MCP? This is model context protocol. And it provides a standardized context provision to LLM for consistent autonomous operation. It integrates with AWS services. You can be able to choose different foundation models, the LLM API integration, multimodal capability. Multimodal is either image, audio, or text, and tools ecosystem. different access to tools. That's the Strands agents. Now let's talk a bit about the Amazon Bedrock agents. Now, the Amazon Bedrock agent is a fully managed service that enables you to build and configure autonomous agent in your application. It's a fully managed. It can orchestrate interaction between foundation models, data sources, software application, and user conversation. Because all this architecture of an agent it's different things coming together, right? The foundation models, the data sources, the external tools, the software application, because you need to build an application to actually that a user can be able to interact, and the user conversations. It's streamlined approach to creating agents doesn't require you to provision any capacity, manage any infrastructure, or write custom code. So it's a fully managed service. The beauty of fully managed services is that you don't have to think about the capacity of infrastructure, right? And it's an API-driven development. So you can define an agent through simple API calls by specifying model instruction, tools that is going to be accessed, and configuration parameters, right? Action groups. It defines specific actions your agent can perform by creating action group with API schemas. And then the knowledge base integration. It connects to the Amazon Bedrock knowledge base. Remember, Amazon Bedrock also offers the knowledge base. We're going to at the end also I'm going to show you, we're going to go through on the AWS console, Amazon Bedrock, and everything that it has to offer. Tracing and observability and versioning and other aliases, right? When to use the Amazon Bedrock agent? When you want, it's well suited for autonomous agent scenarios. For example, organizations that wants a fully managed experience for building and deploying agents without thinking about managing an infrastructure. Projects that require rapid development and deployment of agents through configuration rather than coding the whole thing. Use cases that benefit from tight integration with other Amazon Bedrock capabilities like the knowledge base and the guardrails. And we're going to talk about the guardrails. And then teams without the in-house resources to build agents from scratch, but need production-ready autonomous capabilities. So how is it implemented? You define agents through the AWS Management Console or API calls without writing complex code. You create action groups that specify the APIs and the operation that agents is going to perform. Is it going to book? Is it going to access? Is it going to delete something? Is it going to schedule something? And then you connect to the knowledge base. Let's use this use case of insurance, right? So they define the insurance agent. What does it do? When you as a user, you want to maybe apply, so you give your information about your car or something, right? And then the foundation model is going to be, you create an action group. So what's the agent going to perform? So it's going to understand the user request and actually sign you up for maybe a claim, or let's say booking an airline, right? And then the knowledge base is where the policies and the claims and everything the model needs for, these foundation models are trained on vast knowledge. But the biggest issue that this model has is lack of domain-specific knowledge and hallucination. So for you to give context to these foundation models, you have to give it access to the knowledge you have for your domain-specific, for your internal company, for your internal details, HR, policies, anything, right? And then test and iterate. So let's take a look at the real-level example of Amazon Bedrock Agent. So a FinOps solution described in this board uses the Bedrock multi-agent framework to create an AI-driven cloud cost management assistant. The cost-effective Amazon Nova Foundation model. Amazon Nova Foundation model is the group of models by Amazon. Powers a solution where the FinOps supervisor agent delegates tasks to specialized agents. These agents fetch and analyze AWS spend data by using the Cost Explorer and generate cost-saving recommendation. Like it thinks, plans, and executes, right? The system includes secure user access to Amazon Cognito, and then a front-end hosted on Amplify, and AWS Lambda action groups for real-time analysis and forecasting, like how you can be able to do the forecasting. The finance teams can ask natural language says what I may cost for February. The system responds with a detailed breakdown, right, and forecast all within a scalable serverless architecture deployed by using AWS Cloud Formation. So I know that's too much information, and let me see if something introduction that I've missed. I'm just touching about different things, and then you guys can be able to actually dive deeper. So just touching on MCP. MCP provides a communication layer that enables agents to interact with external data and services, and can also be used to enable agents to interact with other agents. So in simple terms, like, you want a standardized way to be able to actually communicate with external tools. Let's say a GitHub repository, let's say an AWS service, let's say you want the foundation model to be able to get more information about your data that is stored on DynamoDB, right? So there's a DynamoDB MCP server by AWS. So the foundation model is going to use the DynamoDB. The DynamoDB is going to access your databases and come up with extra information about the data that is actually in your database. Like, it's a standard way of communication. Right? Let me see if there's something I missed. And the last thing that I'm going to go through, let me share this link. Agentic AI frameworks, protocols, and tools on AWS. The chat, you guys to read. Oh, before I continue, let me answer the question I see in the chat. What security and ethical considerations should we keep in mind when using agentic AI? How can you secure agentic AI solutions as scalable as business need to evolve? The second question is something that AWS just released that I'll talk about. But the first question, what security and ethical considerations should we keep in mind? So one thing we need to understand that is that these AI agents, you just don't implement the AI agent just like that, right? Because you're actually giving it access to a lot of things. So you have to be able to think about the security, right? And that's where Amazon Guardrail comes in. And also, there are a lot of things that you need to consider, like identity and access management, like user sessions, right? And that's where, with all this security into it and scalability, that's where now what we call Amazon Bedrock Agent Core comes in. It's an all-in-one Amazon AWS service that actually brings about a lot of things together, including security and scalability. The ethical bit of it is you need to put guardrails to actually filter out things that, you don't want it to be accessed. And let me quickly, before I continue, go to my console and sorry, let me share my screen a bit, and then let me log in fast. Okay, I'm logged in, so I think we can go through. So now, Amazon Bedrock is a one-stop shop for anything Gen AI related, right? There's a model catalog. Amazon Bedrock supports over 100 foundation models from industry-leading providers, right from the models, even OpenAI now it's an Amazon Bedrock, Llama models, the cloud models, right? That's the beauty of it. And then you have a chat playground, image, automatic, a lot of things, right? So I want to talk about agents and guardrails. So The Amazon Bedrock guardrails are used to implement application-specific safeguards based on your use case and responsible AI policy. This is where the ethic comes in. So you create a guardrail by configuring as many filters as you need. Maybe you don't want hate speech or whatever you say, and then you test the guardrails with different inputs to access the guardrail's performance. You refine the guardrail until it matches your needs, and then create a version of the guardrail to produce a snapshot that you can deploy during model inference or by attaching it to an agent. That's what guardrail does specifically for ethical and security purposes, right? Now, the main thing I wanted us to go through is the other about scalability and security, the agent code. Agent code. Now, Amazon Bedrock Agent code is very, very recent. It was released in July. Still in public preview. It's a modular set of capabilities to build, deploy, and operate production-grade agents securely and scalably using any framework and model. It is optimized to work together or individually, giving you the flexibility to integrate with any open source, right? And it has different things, but you can see one of the main things is identity. It enables agents to securely manage access to resources by integrating with leading identity providers. You can add inbound identity to resources to enable call authentication and authorization, and you can enable outbound identity to provide downstream resource access. And when we take a look at identity even more, you can see this architecture here. The caller is there is an agent inbound authentication, the hosting agent, and then the agent outbound authentication if you want to access maybe through external resources via the auth and API key or the gateway inbound out. So an inbound auth simply is create an inbound auth that authenticates and authorizes the caller to get access to an agent, tool, runtime, or gateway. You can configure using either IAM or JSON Web Tokens, JWT. And for example, from your identity provider. Provide all the JWT access token associated with the user you are representing. And then the outbound auth, it creates an outbound auth using either an API key or an auth client, which includes GitHub, Google, Microsoft, Slack, and all that, LinkedIn. All the agents tools get to access downstream resources. You can use the outbound auth, no action required. So the overview of this agent code is you can build and deploy. So it has a runtime that offers secure, serverless, and purpose-built way to deploy and scale AI agents and tools using any agent framework and any model. The runtime unlocks fast call starts, industry-leading long-running execution, true session isolation, built-in identity, and support for multi-model payloads. Simply host your existing agent or tools code in runtime to get started. And then it has built-in tools to give you access to Amazon fully managed tools that are able to access the most real-world agentic workflows. Gateway, which is really cool. I love gateways because you don't have to think about MCP. You can create your own Lambda function that can access a certain thing, and then you just use gateway to call tools through the OpenAI schema and to give you a gateway to that Lambda function, right? Without requiring you to write additional code or manage infrastructure. You can also configure identity settings and everything. Also memory, to retain knowledge and learn continuously by leveraging built-in and custom strategies. So I'd love for you to go check out Amazon Bedrock Agent Code. It's all in one way to actually build, deploy, and operate production-ready agents scalably and securely. The same question that I was asked on the chat. Okay, I think I have spoken enough. So if anyone has a question, you can ask. Let me send all the resources that I've been speaking about here, as I want to show you a simple demo before we finish up.
Are you finished, Farah?
Yeah, I want to show a demo, but yeah, you can ask any question as I set up the demo.
Please, let me see.
I want to show a demo. Give me a minute.
Okay.
So hope you can see my screen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. So this is a simple agent that helps, as you can see. Let me rewind a bit. So this is a simple agent. I just wanted to see if it works. This is a simple agent that helps. You saw the airline crisis that was when the Air Canada has a big strike and there's a lot of, problems and issues. And then there's a lot of backlogs when sometimes, you try to call, you try to chat with the customer support and they are not available along lines. So this is a simple agent that actually helps you rebook and give you refunds, right? And it's an airline support, customer support. So it's saying my flight, that flight number has been cancelled. I need to rebook the flight. And then you try to get help. So the agent will ask you for some information. You give your booking reference on your boarding pass or whatever, and your customer ID verification, or like it's for future reference. This you can say maybe your name, your first name or your last name, right, to identify the customer. So it will analyze the booking, try to analyze, and it gives you the alternative flights that are actually there.
Okay, sorry. Farah say that laptops die. We are waiting for a little minute.
Sorry, I lost my laptop, just turned off suddenly, but yeah, let me play the video back.
No, no problem.
Okay. So we were here, I think, when the agent was analyzing. So the agent analyzes your booking and gives you alternative flights for you. And then let's say maybe your flight was going to, let's say, Congo. So it gives you alternative flights that's going to Congo. So you select one that you feel that is good for you, that are available, and then you confirm the rebooking. So remember, this is a simple agent, but if this agent is to be, it's in production, it uses the agent confirmer. So if it wants to be scaled to an airline level capacity whereby it has hundreds of bookings and hundreds of flights and so this one is a refund. This flight has been cancelled. I would love a booking, a refund. So it won't just give you a refund, it will analyze the situation. So it needs a booking reference. And maybe normally when you go to the airline page, they ask you the booking reference and the last name or the first name. I use the custom ID since it's a simple presentation and demo, but it may use the last name to actually get your details. And then it retrieves your booking details, and then it's able to, sorry, the format is coming in JSON, but anyway, it analyzes the reason and everything and gives you the amount of refund you can be given according to the policy of the airline and their refund policy. Right? And then you process the refund, it calculates the final refund amount, and then it is step by step. Yeah? And it updates the booking status and creates a refund confirmation, making sure by the end, and then it sends you an email, make sure by the end your refund has been processed and everything is done. No customer support, just an agent doing the work. You guys have seen the power of agents. And yeah, I think I'm done. If you have any question, feel free to ask.
Okay, thank you very much, Farah. If someone is here to have a question, the section is open for the questions. Rajesh, if you have a question, you can ask your question. You are William or Mariam.
Non, j'ai pas de questions en tout cas.
William?
Yes, sorry. I was thinking that, thank you, by the way, Farah, first of all, thank you for your information and your presentation. It was great. And we even had a time for demo, which is a very good positive surprise. Thank you so much for that, my friend. And I'm thinking about a person who has no prior experience in AI, like me. I am a regular user, but what if I wanted to start in all this you have shown to us? What if I wanted to start creating an AI agent, for example, that goes through the web, finds some information, and then send it to me in an email or creates a Google Calendar event for me? How can I start doing that on AWS?
So the best thing to do, the best place to start is the AWS Skills Builder, whereby you can learn about the AI practitioner. Let me AI practitioner. That's the best place to start, whereby you can learn the basics, fundamental certified AI practitioner. You don't need to do the certification, but you can go and learn about it. And let me find, I'm trying to find the prepare for how you can be able to get access to the So the best place is an AWS Skills Builder, whereby you can be able to learn most things about Gen AI. Let me sign into my account and see.
I'm also trying to find it in the skill builder.
Yes, I'm also trying to find on the Skills Builder. I'm signing into my account.
Sometimes the skill builder takes way long to sign in.
Takes a lot of time. Learn by cloud role. I just want to prepare for certification AI practitioner. So the AI practitioner is the best place to certified AI practitioner, the best place to learn about AWS AI. The building blocks of AI on AWS and a lot of things. And you can prep for the exam. And if you have a voucher, you can be able to do the exam. It really shows, and that is the pathway right now. Slowly going, building yourself, getting an AI certification, showing that you're good in AI, not just because, but AI is not going to take the jobs, but it's currently people are saying take the job, but I'm pretty sure organizations are going to snap out of this and then come back to their senses. They need the engineers, but we need also engineers who are able to utilize AI because most of the organization are going to need to implement AI, and it's currently new to different organizations, and they would love to know about it. So yeah,
Exactly. It's like some people say, AI is not going to replace the professional. It's going to replace the professional who does not how to use AI.
yes.
Thank you so much. I'm already checking the link you sent.
Okay, thank you very much, Farah. And our here have energy shared by Farah about AI with AWS. And thank you so much, Farah, for sharing your knowledge and insight with us today. It was truly inspiring and very valuable for our community. So I also want to thank all our participants for joining and engaging in this session. Your presence and contribution means a lot of us. A special thanks are well to our community, AWS community leaders and members who made this event possible. With that, we officially close our session. We hope to see you again in our future events. Until then, keep learning, keep brooding, and stay connected. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot, Farah. Have a great day.
Have a good day
Thank
too.
you.